This is the HeaterTreater video for the later model Ford F150, Lincoln Mark LT, Lincoln Navigator, Ford Expedition. And the purpose is to kind of give you an overview of the HeaterTreater process for doing a repair on blend door failures. This is not a difficult project, but is certainly worthwhile. This is a typical cab configuration on an F150, and you can see the glove box fully open will be coming in from both areas. We need to pull the radio, and the little center console will snap out. The radio will come out with it, and now we can look behind the radio, and you can see two little silver screws that are holding an actuator motor in place. We're going to remove that actuator motor in order to effect the repair. Here's a picture of the actuator motor removed, and now we can move in and see the three pedestals that the motor is mounted on. The two front ones we're going to get through the radio opening. That back one is a little more difficult to get to. There's a wiring harness that sits on top of the box. You'll need to cut and kind of pull that back out of the way so you have your room to get in on the top. And now that back motor that we could see through the radio opening is visible in the very back of the box there. The easiest way to get to that is to use a combination wrench and kind of use it upside down, so the body of the wrench will point down and you can manipulate it. The cuts we're going to make are on two sides, one cut along the left and then across the top. The cut is fairly easy, but you do need to be careful with it. The cuts have now been made in the box. You can see that we've made cuts on two sides, and we'll be back right after we remove the cutout. Okay, here we are. We've removed the cutout after making the cuts. As you can see, in this upper left-hand corner, there's a little extra plastic in there, and you may have to come in with your Dremel and kind of chew that up a little more to get it out. But once we have it, you can now see the evaporator core, and you can see the broken blend door on this one. The other thing you need to be careful about when we're coming across with the cut in this direction, you can see that we've got the evaporator core right here. So you don't want to come in at this kind of an angle. You want to keep it very shallow and come right to the edge here, and make sure you're not plunging in too far and hitting that evaporator core. Okay, go ahead and start.
It's going.
Okay, we've removed the old plastic door, and you can see on this one had to make a little bit of a cut to get it clear. And you just want to watch the heater core to make sure you're not getting close to it when you're doing that, and extract that old door. We've already installed the new HeaterTreater door, and you can see it here. And it will slide over the bottom pedestal, slip in from the top, and then the axle comes in from the top where the motor was and pins it in place, and so we've got that in place and secure. So we've got the door in place, and just so you can see it, I'm going to make it move, and I'm doing that electrically with the temperature control, and you can see that we've got full range of motion, and it will stop in the right positions. So that's pretty much the installation of getting the door in. We'll go ahead and finish cleaning up and sealing the hole, and we'll be right. Okay, we've now reinserted the cutout piece, and you can see how we have sealed that with the metal duct tape that is provided with the kit. And we only made cuts on two sides on this box, so it's actually fairly easy to replace it, and it does have a bolt that's holding it in place. So you'll find that this is a very solid fix, and that the tape will more than hold it in place in addition to these. That's pretty much the completion of the repair. It's really not very difficult on this vehicle, and is a permanent and secure fix for the system. We have more information and provide detailed instructions with the kit and you can check us out on our website at HeaterTreater.net.